everybody to another video from our community here at Bloom Creative Company. Today I just want to go through 5 quick actionable changes that you can make on your site to really help the engagement on your site. So when people come to our website, we want them to take an action. We want them to buy from us. We want them to do something that moves the needle in our business, whether it shows them how we serve them, gives them an idea, gives them something of value. But how do we take these concepts and make them happen? So today I want to walk through 5 quick things, starting with font hierarchy. So what this means and why is this important, for a couple of reasons. So when you are building out your site and you have these H1s and H2s, these headings, 2 reasons. One, it draws attention. You want to use these in ways where you don't overdo it. So if this is, an H1, that is way too much text. It's going to take forever to scroll. If you go on mobile, it's just going to look terrible. So we want to use our H1 and H2s wisely to draw attention to a certain concept or idea or what you do, how you serve, and that will in turn get them reading a little bit more down below. So font hierarchy is really important, using those H1s and H2s, heading 1s and heading 2s, to gain attention and get looks and engagement. And for SEO, that's what is going to be scanned by Google to look for relevant information for what people search. So that's the first quick tip. So when you scroll down, this is the template in Squarespace. They do a really good job of setting this up for you. So my opinion would always be to pick a page template. If you add a section, even the headlines look really good on, you've got your big heading and then a paragraph supporting it, but always look for a template first, because that'll just make it so much easier on you, and just keep it short and simple. Like they have a really good example of what you should do and what works. So that would be your H1s and H2. My second tip would be to break up copies. So if I were to copy and just paste this a bunch of times, that's a lot of copy, right? So if you have an about or services or anything with heavy copy, always look to where you can break it apart and look for what you can pull out of this copy as a headline. So for example, maybe this is the most important sentence in all of this copy in this paragraph. You would just want to make that a bigger heading. So when we talk about the H1s, H2s, make that a large heading that looks good in mobile still, where you can still see it and it's not super long, but then this is a great example. Look how long that text is. So we always want to break it up. So if you can break it up by sentences, wherever it makes sense, maybe throw in an image or an icon in between these, or maybe even pull out another header where you can draw attention and just kind of break up how this text looks. I'm going to show you here in just one second how much better it'll look as you're scrolling down, because it'll help to prompt our eyes, see what's important, and generate more interest. So if we look here in the mobile version, it's a little bit easier to get through than just this long paragraph, because you're going to turn so many people off to that. And it's hard because we have a lot to say. And I think it's wonderful. I think that you could really simplify a lot of copy by doing it this way. Maybe you add an icon, or even, there it is, or even a line. You can change how you justify the text. There's just so many ways that you can try and just break up that copy so that it is just not long running and we still keep the interest. So keep the most important information up at the top, or what is summarizing the rest of this content, so people have an expectation of what they're going to get when they read that part. So that would be my takeaway for breaking up copy. The next part would be to engage. So you always want to have something that will have someone take another step. So good examples are a lead magnet. So having someone opt in for something for free of value. So you're collecting their email address and now they're in your email list for future engagement. You can reach out to them again. Something to share. If you have the Pinterest icons, if Pinterest is in your business, there is a way to have, you know, that Pinterest icon on the hover, get people to share it, you know, allow for comments on the blog post, share the blog posts on social media, just everything that you're doing, you want to encourage engagement for. So forums are great, booking a free consultation, opting into a newsletter, just get them with engagement. Now, the next hack I have is highlighting. So whether it's an icon or certain color patterns, just design consistency. So as someone's scrolling down, there's consistency in what they're seeing. It's keeping it clean, it's keeping it easy to follow. So if you look, for example, like great branding photos here in this part of the template, the colors are alike, there's symmetry, and then as you scroll down, I mean, any of the templates that you pick are such a great example of what can work if you don't change them too much. But making sure that your call to actions might be one color. I mean, we always think about Amazon and how those colors convert with that orangey yellow, and then making your other buttons like contact or learn more a blue color or something different, highlighting what you want to stand out, important information, calls to action specifically. So again, that's, you know, images that make sense, that follow your theme. I mean, if you're in an industry and you pick an image that represents some other industry or a different niche, that's a little bit confusing. So you want to have consistency when you highlight certain services or aspects of your page. And then the last one is think of sections when you're moving down the page. So as you're building out your pages, really utilize these different content sections and give each section a theme. So when you're on the home page, maybe this first section is a little bit about your company and who you serve. And then the next section is a service. And the next section is a different service. And the next section is a call to action to book a consultation. And then maybe the next section is something like an about. And just a blurb about with a teaser, maybe a button to go to the about page. And then if you have a blog, maybe that next section is your 3 most recent blog articles or your 3 most popular ones. Keep these different sections neat and tidy and keep it consistent with one theme. So that way the information is broken up in a way as someone scrolls that they can easily absorb it, easily take it in, easily click through to those pages to learn more information where they make sense and where they correspond with those pages. So that's all I have for you today. 5 quick things to boost more engagement and kind of bring your design together with that strategy of what you're looking to get out of your site and what you are looking to do in the world, how you serve and how you want to help people. So hope you got a lot out of it. If you did, please like and subscribe. It lets us know that you appreciate these videos and you're getting something out of them, and it allows us the insight to know what's working and what you guys enjoy so we can keep making content just like this. So thanks again for being here. I'm Elizabeth with Bloom Creative Company. Head over to bloomcreativecompany.com/community where you can find even more videos in our subscription, which is just $9.99 a month. So we'll see you over there.